Hi, chat.
Hello. Welcome.
Look, it's not
We're
me.
live. Yes, it is me, Jarvis. Haha. The power I hold.
Hi, chat. This is Mick. I'm not on camera. I am just the voice in the ether today. And as usual, I have to set TikTok going live, so bear with me 1 second. Basically, we have a starting soon screen, and when we use it on TikTok, TikTok thinks that we're not a real person. So we're not allowed to do that.
I think that of people sometimes. When they're not, do they despawn when they're not near? You know.
We
But it is
disappear.
disrespectful when it happens to us.
Yeah, we know, Aurora. It's because Mick's on Discord, and Discord is an imperfect way to stream, but it's the way we're doing it because we're in separate places.
See, this is
Jobs.
what I was afraid of. Now Aurora said something bad mouthing me, and I can't respond immediately, so I'm gonna need.
She
you
just
to...
said you disappeared when I clicked off of it. She wasn't bad mouthing you. Don't worry. Hi, Regen. The dev house, however, did come in and go. That's not Jarves. I came for Jarves, which I appreciate. But I am here.
On an issue, first of all, issue a formal apology for not being Jarvis. It is a task impossible to succeed at for anyone.
We just discussed that we've swapped jobs because I am doing the technical side of things and Mick is doing the streaming.
I'm having all the fun. I'm talking to the people. I can do whatever I want, and then someone else has to make the text work for once.
Yep.
No, I can't wait any longer. I'm gonna sit in this screen for a little bit. I know.
You can start. You can start. You can just start playing. I'm just
kind of like slowly edging it though. I'm kind of trying to. I'm not starting just yet.
Oh, okay. We're buffering.
It'll be so great when it actually starts.
Chrono says anarchy. Good evening, Dumb Mobile.
Let's go.
Hello, everybody on TikTok. I see AJ, Danny, Zesty, Top Dresseur, cool name, Hopper, and Aurora. Aurora's everywhere. Hi, Jean.
On all the platforms. Ni hao, TikTok.
She's in all the places. I don't actually know how to mod someone on TikTok. I don't know if that's a thing. Is that a thing on TikTok?
It's gotta be. I'm sure TikTok has that tech.
Yeah. I'm too old.
It seems like I'm going slow on purpose, but you know what? I never really looked at the background scroll here. And I don't know if you can see it on stream, but this is our code for the game. And it actually
is it?
In a meta way. Yes, it is the code for the quest manager, which is the class that controls the little like top left quests that you have during the tutorial and later on. So it is and this one's the story manager. There's a video of like different ones, I think.
I love how you know what code it is just by looking at it.
I can read it because it's right on my screen, not probably as terrible. But yeah, if you play the game and you put it full screen on like a 27-inch, you'll be able to. You can screenshot the code and steal it technically. Right? Or you can look at it and like be appalled by how terrible it is. You don't have to. You can
I love that. I didn't know that.
It's technically open source. In a really roundabout way.
That's amazing. I wonder if everybody knows that.
I think Thomas is the one who made it. And I think he was like, which one should I pick? And I think he chose these two in the end. But it's story manager, it's quest manager, and it's like some elements.
That's so cool. That's a really nice little Easter egg. See, this is why Mick's here and it's not me. Because Mick has actual knowledge, can drop some facts.
I was there.
Hi, TikTok TARDIS. What a great name. That's a 10 out of 10 name.
Yeah, that's sick. Boy, somehow bigger on the inside.
Oh, thank you. The dev house says it is a thing on TikTok, but you have to have a lot of followers and use the TikTok app. I am using the TikTok app because when I try and use OBS, it didn't work. So now I am Windows sharing OBS to TikTok and doing it over there.
I mean, you'll get hate if it doesn't, doesn't work.
They'll tell me. Hi, Rinny, over on YouTube. Nice to see you. And Aurora. Aurora is literally in all of the places.
Nice. As she should be. It's her job. This is not optional. She has to be.
Chrono just went, so you're saying if I can get the other screens, I can bypass this 9-day wait?
Well, it's not the entire code base running on a stream, unless someone messed up royally. I do hope it's just the select few.
That's funny.
But if you ask everyone, I'm sure you can like reverse socially engineer it if you just ask everyone for like a snippet, you know, privately in the DMs, and you just ask every person in a big cycle until you get all of them. You know, it's not so much code actually in the end. It's a decent sized code base, but it's not crazy big.
Hi, Rain Man, welcome in. So yeah, anyway, we haven't really done a proper introduction because I was just being casual. But hi, everybody. If you're new, we're Happy Volcano. Well, we're two of Happy Volcano. We're part of Happy Volcano. We're making Modulus. Modulus is out next week, which is mad to say. Yeah, I know. It's
2nd of April.
Yeah,
Final.
9 days. 9 days away. So we're very excited, and we're celebrating because normally I stream on a Tuesday, but I thought I was going to have to bully someone into joining me, and then I just asked Mick, and he was like, "Yeah, let's go." So
I'm here of my own free will. Nobody made me do this. I voluntarily will now start playing the tutorial.
Absolutely.
Like a crazy person.
Yep, I am not the guy from BioShock. Asked him would he kindly do this for me, and he did. So Regen, I'm still waiting for the deluxe edition. Yeah, that doesn't come out until launch, Regen. You've got the game though. You've got a copy of the actual game. Well, you had it last week, so like
some people have it, you know,
2 weeks.
Someone could have it already, but come on, it's so close.
I know.
You can almost taste the deluxe edition. It's so, you know, you're right there. 9 more days.
I think this is a coincidence that their name is David is awesome. But what they've said is this is one of the most satisfying builders out there, which is really nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hopefully we are thanking a different David and that isn't our creative director pretending. But yeah.
I wouldn't put it past him. This is what I would do, to be honest. You know, thinking backwards, this is how I would talk about myself. Make us awesome is my next second
next username. These are the usernames that we use on game day on Friday. Just
right
so and so is awesome and it's not you. Eski, welcome in. Nice to see you. How are you? Chrono said, "Be right back. I'm DMing Thomas for reasons."
Please give code. If you've never seen the game and this is your first introduction to it, this is the tutorial. I'm going slow because I also haven't looked at this final version of the tutorial in quite a while, because unlike popular belief, making a game is not just playing the whole day, you know. So I've not played as much as some other people. I've not played as much as some of the other devs, or I think definitely not as much as Thomas and David have, being the game designers. But I mean, I've played it throughout the years.
Throughout the years, from time to time.
I expect to be decently, like, sometimes surprised by stuff that might have changed or that I forgot and haven't seen in a while. But so far, this is still very much the same. Yeah, it's still the same, I think, is what I remember.
Regen says you're quiet. I think I've turned you up.
I can also turn myself up on this little
do that.
wheel. Hold on. It's kind of hidden by the shock absorb.
It's already on max for Discord, Regen.
How? Do I do a Discord change and I make myself louder there? Is this better? Am I louder
That's
now?
better. Yeah.
Ooh, thank you for the feedback. Gladly take it. Then I don't have to put the mic all the way into my mouth.
In your
That
face.
helps.
Yeah. It's great when you have streamers watching your stream because they sound check for you. It's wonderful.
Yeah. They do the whole, like, oh, move a little bit closer or not as close, you know. It's good feedback. You're sitting like a shrimp. Thanks. I need that during work.
I
Have
do
someone
sit
comment
like
on
that.
posture.
My desk is one of those rise, like sit to stand ones, and it's always just a little bit higher than it should be.
I mean, higher is not as bad. I feel it's the worst if it's low.
Yeah,
And
but
you're
I
just
have
like,
my arms up on it, and I'm like leaning into my arms, so I'm like hunched over.
It's not great. There's a reason you get these, like, everything should be 90 degrees. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry.
Egon on I was going to say on LinkedIn then. That's not where we are. On TikTok, first of all, is your name a reference to Game of Thrones? And second of all, we haven't announced the price yet, but it will be in line with other games in the genre of a similar size. That's all I can say for now.
I, of course, can leak it right here. It's
20 trillion.
I didn't sign anything before. Nice work. The first production line is now done and should stay there to ensure a constant supply to the building. You know what? Hot take number 1 is no, it shouldn't stay like this. What the hell is this unoptimized garbage? Immediate criticism. What the hell is this? So much space? No, I'm about to raise this entire... I'm going to play the tutorial, and then this is the first thing that goes.
I do the same. They've watched me do this like 5 times now, which is really funny.
You have to choose if you're... what's a good end? Like, I think you just have to choose if you build your factory on vibes or if you're an efficiency nerd. And not in a bad way. I mean, very much in a good way.
Yeah.
But you have to ask yourself, which parts do you want to optimize? And sometimes if you're just looks maxing your factory and you say everything should be 3, conveyor belts apart, and here as well, and then I think that's also nice. It can be cool that way. I try to be as efficient as possible, and then I make a mistake, and then I recover through the spaghetti, and that's how the spaghetti starts. And then it never ends. Once you're in. Yeah.
Once you've started, it is just a pasta nightmare.
Yes.
Hi, Dad's trying to game. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Dad's did some YouTube stuff, and they're now on Twitch, but they got a different username, so I got confused. Also, weird, but 138 is my lucky number, and your name is Sharp 1138.
138 is your lucky number. How do you not? You just chose that one out of 1,000?
No, back in the day when Hotmail was a thing, and I was
that far back in the day.
Yeah.
All right.
And I was a little girl obsessed with Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Willow was my favorite person in the world. I wanted an email address that was Willow something, and 137 people had got there before me. So, and then ever since then, it's been Willow 138. But that number has been really low. Yeah,
that's crazy. That's a significant online portion of the online people in those days. That's so amazing.
I won things with that number though. I always use it whenever I get a chance, and I win. I picked it as a lucky number at a pub quiz at uni, and I won £700.
What?
Yeah. It had rolled
what the hell's
over.
That pub quiz?
It had rolled over for like
I'm
7
going
weeks.
to the wrong pub quizzes. What the hell?
MSN nudging was great, yeah, and also picking your song lyric that was going to be your MSN handle. That was really important. Really, really important. Chrono says he feels seen.
Good. And this is what we do this for. Also, maybe to talk about the game just a tiny bit. What we're supposed to do. One thing I really like about the tutorial, and that they set up so well, is that the ratios of the first building, the modules that you need, is 24 and 48. So you kind of start out with this first module, and 24 is this arbitrary number. But then the second line, if you just look at what the module looks like, this one, right? It is just this one cut in half. So if you're kind of thinking in the metaphor of this line already, because that's what the game just taught you, right? How to build it. Yeah. You kind of end up with, oh, let me just do the same and then cut it in 2 pieces, which leaves you with 30 per minute output, right? Which, because it's 2 pieces, this one turns into 2 of this one, right? And so then they kind of travel in these pairs of 2, because, you know, that's the speed of the conveyor belts. There's always 2 empty tiles and 2 that have the module on it. And then it just kind of is really naturally and obvious to put 2 cranes to pick these one up, and then they go in at the correct ratio. So this one gets picked up half as fast as the other 2. Of course, the first one is filled, so they're kind of waiting. But then the ratio also stays after. I think that's true for all buildings. This might have changed in the past weeks, but I think the building ratios of what they need for the modules stays the same, so that you don't have to change your setup. You know, once it's completed, it'll just take in those ratios in smaller amounts. And that's something I really like. I think that itches the part of my brain where I'm saying like, oh, this is really nice and efficient and it works really well.
It hits the math girl note.
Yes, this is what it does. There we go.
Rim on YouTube said, "Okay, but what if you're building it on vibes and efficiency, or pretending?"
I couldn't tell you. I wouldn't. I'm not that capable. That's crazy. If you can pull that off, top tier.
See, I think when Regen gets access to the deluxe edition, he's going to go back through his ridiculously green factory and fill it with trees and pretty decorations and stuff like that, and then it will also be vibes and efficiency. I think he'll be the first person to succeed at that.
I think that's what I want. That's what I want to see. I'm actually so excited to see what people end up making and how they build it. Even if it's just efficiency. I mean, there's different categories that you can be excited about, being good at. And just finding the most insane layouts that also work. I think that's the beauty, right? Where you find something that looks insane, but it actually also is efficient. That's really fun.
Yeah, I love that. I've really enjoyed watching people share their things in Discord when they're like, how efficient can I get this? And then someone does it even more efficient, and then someone does it somewhere else. And I am too stupid to figure out a lot of that myself. So watching other people do it, I find really satisfying. It's just like, oh, that's how you do it.
It's fine. You said that. It's fine.
It's true. They watch me. They've seen me play.
They know. They've seen it.
Yeah, they've seen it. Hi, Chrono. You love factory games? So do we. The game has a demo already that you can try for free, and then it will be out on April the 2nd, and we haven't announced the price yet. But if you hit follow on Steam, you'll see when it goes live next week.
What is this pretty drone? Oh my god.
Yeah, this is the collector's edition drone.
Damn. It looks awesome.
How big does the map get? Yeah, so it's islands, as Regen said, and you earn XP to level up, and when you level up, you then unlock permits to buy more islands.
Yes.
And hi, Cass. Welcome.
Also, I think it's obviously currently kind of that's the size of the map, but really, I think that's fair to say. The only thing that keeps the size of the whole map down is just what we expect in terms of performance, which we'll making some educated guesses on, and we've done a lot of playtesting. But obviously, once the game's actually released, we'll know if everyone says, "Oh wait, I actually have insane amounts of FPS with everything built," then we are really not struggling to do more. It's one of the things we talked about today, actually, about how big do we think we can go, how much more can we do. I think adding more, if people want more, that's the best case scenario for us.
Yeah.
Because we can, and we know how to do it, and it'll be fast, and everyone will be happy.
Yeah.
Which is what we want.
Absolutely. I really like that. Each island has different resources we used to build. So every island, I believe, has polyrock on. I don't think there are any without polyrock. But some of them have additional resources on them as well that you'll need for different color production and things, and oil and things like that. But the resources are not finite. They'll always be there. You can always mine from them. There are no limits on the resources, which is really nice. This is your heaven. That's really nice, Chrono. Yeah, we are current. Well, I think Mick actually set this to 140 FPS, but I don't know what it's actually running at right now.
It is running that at the very top left. I can see the small tiny numbers say 144.
It is running that. Nice. So it's going 144 right now on Mick's computer, which is fun.
Yeah, it'll stay at this for a while. It is not the most insane gaming setup, but it is GTX 3080 and an i7 something, or i9, one of those.
What do I own?
No, I actually don't know. But so it's great as a PC. It plays things well, but it is probably by now, I think it's a few years old, maybe 2.5, and it used to be great then, and now it's fine.
Yeah.
So it's on the higher end, but it's nothing that people don't have. And I think for streamers, usually if you watch other people play, they'll definitely have bigger machines than me. Like they'll have the nicer machines.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what it is.
And then
in the end, you have to try it out by yourself.
Yeah. See which works for you. But you can change it in the settings. Jack-a-lanternina, or a lanternita, sorry, I'm so bad at reading names, said how often I destroy my efficiency whilst trying to get better efficiency. Yeah, I do the same thing. I'll delete something and then think, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'm terrible. That's
what you want. That's the experience you want. If that doesn't happen to you, then you don't notice getting better. By the way, Are they still upset that this works, or are they still surprised by it?
Some people are still surprised by this, yeah. Every
Alright.
single time we stream, someone learns this. Yeah, it's fun.
Someone in chat, if you're surprised,
Let us know that
let
you
us know.
can tunnel through miners. It's the best. Rim. For ages, I don't know if it was last week or the week before. I think it was even longer than that. I was trying to figure out why something was red for like I don't even know how long, and it was just because I had it facing the wrong way. I was so dumb. I was so mad at myself. I was like, but I worked so hard to make this efficient, and it just isn't working. And then I realized.
Your voice just became 10% louder.
Yeah.
You're just like, I had this experience. It was horrible. It was the worst.
I was stupid.
I have a question for you, Jarvis. How do you set up your factory? I mean, you've played this to this point a few times. Do you like to go buildings this way in a row?
No,
like
I go horizontal.
You go this way?
Yeah.
Maybe that is the better way. I kind of want to try going up.
I feel like going up would probably be smarter, to be honest, because of the layout of the poly rock.
And we're going to find out. I always end up building stuff kind of up front, and then these ones just will have to travel insane amounts, so that, you know, everything here will be full at some point. It'll be fine. Hey, who cares? All right, I'm. It's a hard time focusing. Jesus, I have to play. I have
Chrono
to actually
goes horizontally too.
I don't make this. Chrono, all right, good. I'm in good hands. I'm in good clubs.
Tommy says there isn't a chance you want to push the release date forward, like today maybe, asking for a friend. No, we've made a whole damn countdown worth of graphics, and damn it, I will use them. It's happening.
Yeah. Oh. Right now, this is the maybe most emotionally stressful, but least technical stressful time, because the game's kind of in the state that it's going to be in. We're working on stuff that isn't release critical right now, because the release, you have to be done at least a few weeks before. Yeah. And so, no, we won't release early, because then it's stressful again.
Yeah.
And who wants that? Not me.
Regen says vertically, but never mind. Oh, no, wait. Okay, sorry.
What do they mean vertically?
Nah, they're talking about verticality, and I misread it. So there's no going up, but you can tunnel under things.
Yes.
So
technically,
yes, there's some verticality, but there isn't like multi-stacking of conveyor belts.
No. How do I want to do this? I think I'm just gonna go this way. I already don't like it. I'm already second guessing myself. Do I even know how to play this game anymore? Hell. But now we're just stealing this. It's fine. It's fine. You know what? This is why you got me on, because I just know what I'm doing. Gotta
My
remember
cursor
that.
keeps appearing on the stream, and I don't know why. Because I'm not window capturing. I'm not display capturing, I'm window capturing, and I'm not on that window, so there's no reason for my mouse to keep appearing on the screen, but it does. I don't understand.
Oh, you're about to. You're gonna troubleshoot this, please. Mods? Someone?
What is happening?
This is why you're here. This is for you to figure out. I can help you.
I don't know. Oh, we just got a game controller sent to us on TikTok, which is something I've never seen happen before. Thank you, Tommy. I don't even know what that is.
Game controller? What?
Yeah, I don't know.
I also don't know what this is. Explain it.
I guess it's some kind of TikTok thing. Thank you.
Thanks.
Are you going to try the demo, Chrono? Go, try it, go. He said the graphics look peak. Thank you. Yeah, Antoine is a legend, and Thomas and all of the others that have also done animations are amazing.
Yeah, the graphics, everything that is 3D, we basically have a singular genius for, and then everything that is tech art, as in like fancy shaders, nice lights, we have two little tech artists for. And then animation-wise, I think there's one animation I originally made in this game. Do you want to guess which one? Yeah, guess which one. There's one.
Is it the crane animation?
Yes. It was. But it's since been remade to be more efficient, and I think it's a vertex shader now. So that would have been Rimmer looking at how this works. But I made it originally, and it had like a little like, I see the line coming down. That was all wonky and janky, and I think he fixed it and cleaned it up. That's what you work in a team for, to make mistakes, to not be perfect.
Yeah. Also, this team is really collaborative, like genuinely.
Yeah.
Everybody is really helpful to each other. And it's
I mean,
really
you
nice.
have to be in a small team, right? There's no way around it. If you don't like working in a team and picking up problems when they come up, right? And if you don't like problems, game dev is
It's not for you, yeah.
tough call. It's really just problems the whole time. But it's a good time.
That's Tommy said, what I love is that you can do 3D pixel art. That blew my mind. Yeah, honestly, creative mode, I'll be streaming on Thursday. I am nowhere near as good at it as some of the community are, though. Like, some of the things that they've made has literally blown us all away.
Yeah, I can confidently say I'm also not good enough to make some of the stuff. And especially what I'm still so impressed with is some of them made it early.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I understand if you've been doing it for a year because you've been our first playtesters, right? And you had like a beta or something. But if you like, they made it in the first couple of weeks. They made some of the most insane, most creative stuff, which is crazy.
It was like the demo came out on April the 7th, and that demo had creative mode in it. And by like 2 weeks later, we had people making world maps, we had chess sets, we had a whole burger and fries image. Like, it blows me away.
And all burger and fries. It's hard to explain. You had to be there.
Yeah, there's
it
clips
was
of it.
crazy.
There's clips of it. I'm pretty sure I put it in the most recent video as well.
Good.
By the way, if you
Burger
haven't
and
seen our most recent video on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, we're trying to get Let's Game It Out to play the game. Because loads of people have left comments on videos and streams and all sorts over the last year and a bit saying, wait till Josh sees this, don't let Josh see this. I can't wait to see Josh mess this up. So we were like,
Josh, I assume, is Let's Game It Out.
Let's Game It Out, yeah.
We're not that close, Josh and I. I didn't know him. I don't know him like that.
But Quali sent him an email, but he's probably getting like so many keys sent to him because he's got like 6 million subscribers that he didn't see it. So I have now made a video that we're trying to get people to tag him in and send to him to be like, hey, look, this is a game people want you to play.
That's awesome.
I
hope they respond, and I hope they have a good time when they do see it.
I think you'll have fun with it. See Elite on TikTok. Hi, you played the demo? Oh, thank you. They said it was a great game. Thank you, See Elite. That's really nice of you.
Thank you. How efficient? Are we happy breaking the efficiency chain already?
Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do.
We're like that, huh?
Yeah.
Nobody said we're going to be perfect. Let me use my brain for 2 seconds.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
No. You can talk, actually.
Okay.
It helps me.
Oh, I'm the other way around. If someone talks when I'm thinking, I think about what they're talking about and can't think.
Huh? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm the same way. Do I want this to be 2? I don't want this. I hate when... Look, one thing that isn't satisfying in Modulus, wow, the T, is if you have 2 lines like this and they both output 30, and I want them to input into 2 assemblers because of this, right? Because if I just input like this straight up, it'd be too fast. Poor little assembler only does 15 per input.
Yep.
So 2 assemblers side by side would work. Would work. But what I need to do for it is I need to make them crisscross. I need this one to go straight in, but also go in here.
Yeah,
right?
I have that problem often. It's something I do.
I just
wrong.
I do it wrong too. And what's the coolest way to do it? I mean, if someone in the community could please help me.
I bet you Regen would have a good answer for that.
Am I?
Oh, Regen says mine is perfect
almost.
from the start.
Regen. Like that? Alright.
Hey,
Thanks for nothing. God, and now it's mixed. I can't do any. Oh no, it is mixed. No, it's not. It shouldn't be mixed. So this is white going into these 2.
Yeah,
Am I
Regen just said
crazy?
tunnels are your best
Nope.
friend.
Tunnels are my best friend. Also, nope. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna make this one. Oop.
New module created.
Oh, Amwood's voice. New module created.
I know, I say it every time she says it. I can't help myself. And then last week I was playing a build where she didn't say it, and I had to say it for her because it upset me.
Say it! I'm gonna use the cool shortcut that Rimmer put in his own time, which is the copy-paste configuration.
Oh, I love
Control, yeah, control right-click, control left-click to go between 2 operators.
Just little things like that make this game really satisfying to me.
It also came up so naturally. See, I didn't even have to pretend. Like, this just came up.
Yep.
This isn't scripted at all. I'm not teleprompted. It just happens like that.
Yeah, Mick is the lead developer. See, Mick is the
Hello.
lead dev.
Yes. In a imagine a really capable team where being a lead is actually a chill job because you just get all the credit, or not even that. You just, you know, you just get to enjoy. You just get to be there and see these people make cool games.
We've just
That's how I feel about myself.
enlightened someone on YouTube. Jack-o'-lantern didn't know of the copy-paste config option. You're welcome. Enjoy.
There you go.
And is there a shortcut list in the settings? There is a key binding
There is
setting. I don't know if
very
that's
much
in there.
a control setting. I would imagine it is there. Let me see. I think a copy config, paste config is what we're
Yeah,
looking at.
there we go. It is there. There
I've
is
always
also
been-
a manual that has lots of tips like that in it, so you'll find things out.
Yes, there is. All of these things. But you'd have to read through it and find this. There's not a hotkey specific section, I believe.
The bit that you're looking at now, though, basic controls.
Yeah. Wait, what?
When you opened
Sorry.
it,
Manual?
Look.
Basic controls. This.
yeah,
But that's the basic controls.
copy
it
and
is every
operators
control.
config. See,
Oh my god.
when we're better than even Mick knows.
Paste the configuration on operator control plus left mouse button or drag LMB for multi-paste. I
Boom.
didn't know we had multi-paste. That could
Yeah.
have been on purpose.
So we
That's
can
crazy.
do lots of them at once, which is really, really satisfying.
That's really fun.
Are all the devlogs in one place? They are all on YouTube. There is a Modulus playlist, and they're all on there. There's also written versions of them on Steam in the news section. Every time we do a video, I always also do a written version of it so that people can choose how they consume.
I messed this up. I knew I would mess this up. Fine. I'll build it like this. I don't care.
No, Tommy, you didn't. We haven't. The game's not out yet, so the price isn't released yet. It comes out next week on April the 2nd. But the demo is free to try right now.
And the stream also is free to look at.
Yeah, enjoy.
I knew I would mess this up, by the way. I have low confidence in my own work, as some people might be familiar with that feeling. So I'm always looking at something and thinking, I couldn't have done it right. I definitely messed this up somehow. This feeling is normal, and it's encouraged even for for all types of game development. You're doing it right if that's how you feel. This is the first funky module, isn't it? This module is the first one that just you look at and you're like, oh, that's how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's not just all rainbows, you know. It's also this.
But even
sometimes.
this one is still easy.
I mean, don't call me out like that.
I've
Yes.
played the tutorial like 70 times, so
I'm sure it is easy for some people. Someone.
yeah. Sorry, Das. We just haven't. We haven't announced the price yet, because there's also multiple things that are also happening price-wise. So we have to wait until a little bit closer. So hit follow, hit wishlist, and then you'll find out when it's announced. No,
Yeah.
Chrono. Bye. Thank you for hanging.
Peace.
There's two Chronos. There's different Chronos. There's a Chrono Feather and a Chrono Tactic. Feather's left. Tactic's still here.
Helps not knowing either, which makes. I'm glad you know. I'm glad you have an internal list of everyone.
Someone says...
That's actually one of your key skills. I feel like is remembering everyone's
people.
name. Yeah, and remembering what they did. Like sometimes, I think that's a real skill.
And I think it's my teacher brain. I used to have to
Oh, it
remember
actually might
hundreds
be.
of kids.
Damn. I'm gonna
Yeah,
make this
C-Elite
one.
says, can I ask how long the game's been in development? I believe since 2023. I think that's when the first prototyping started.
Very specifically, I believe the prototyping was 6 months, and then almost exactly 2 years ago, it was the production project that started. So I would say it's been 2 years with pre-production and prototyping and so on, which, to be fair, in a game like this, a prototype is difficult to make without making the whole game, because it's a factory game that only makes sense once you add a couple of the machines, and then you kind of have a factory game already.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to prototype, and the prototype was pretty long, I think, for regular standards with 6 months. And so, yes, it's been, I would say it's 2 years and plus all the overheads that go into making a game, but 2 years of dedicated production and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
which
a much
is,
better answer than I had.
there you go. It actually feels really surreal for me for the game to come out because it's been, everything you do full time for
Yeah.
every week for the past 2 years. And you always think about it'll come out sometime, but it never feels real
Yeah.
until someone says, "Oh, look, there's some like milestones." Are like, "Oh, there's a Steam page for it." You look at it and you're like, "Ugh, I have it in my library. That feels wrong."
Yeah.
That's crazy. These are all actual video games, and then there's mine also next to it, which is
Yeah, it's a really
kind of
nice
awesome.
feeling.
Yeah.
Jonathan says 2 years in production isn't that long for this day and age. It's not. It's not.
You're right.
But
No,
we are
it really isn't.
a small team, and I think we planned the development around that really well. I think we knew what the scope was. That's why, for example, there isn't verticality in terms of building up and stuff because it's a scope thing, right? We knew
Yeah.
we wanted to make sure what we could do was as polished as possible, and to do that we made decisions to not do certain things so that we could get it done in the timescale we wanted.
Correct. Not that we didn't think about verticality. It definitely came up more than once.
Yeah.
And there's a world out there where it has it. There's also a fun fact. I don't know if this is something so fun, but when we first introduced liquids was kind of late in the game because paint used to be, I think, paint was just paint, right? And we had the idea for paint, but there was a serious talk or a couple of serious talks about doing it with pipelines instead of conveyor belts. And it is so difficult making it work with pipelines. Have it like actual liquid. It also doesn't work with like it's difficult to measure a single unit of liquid in a pipeline and so on. So we tried it and we ended up not going with it. But there's a world, I think it's around the same time where we decided against verticality.
Yeah.
Where we were just like, all right, this is not going to work.
Yeah.
We can't make that.
I think Antoine talked about it a bit as well when we did the art interview a while ago,
Right.
which again is on YouTube or on Steam if you want to go back and have a look at that. That interview was really cool. It was really in depth. It was
Yeah.
Tom and Antoine shared some really cool facts about the way the game was developed and why certain choices were made, which I really like. Actually, a good question from Das Tommy was what got the idea to make Modulus. And David has spoken about this in the first devlog we did, but he's always had this fascination with architecture. It's really the way things fit together, the way things are built. He's found really fascinating, and he's also a fan of factory games. So it was a genre that he wanted to tackle in a slightly different way, more about how things fit together, and that's kind of where the module sort of side of things came from. Unlocked grey cores.
Additional resource.
Boom.
In addition to the modules, some buildings require additional resources. In this case, the bot assembly and the processing plant will need cores as well before they can produce. All right, that is a crazy way to structure that sentence. They need cores as well. I think it's this little thing saying, hey, I don't have any cores.
Yeah, give me cores. Chef says they just discovered our game, checked it out on Steam, and it looks like their type of thing, and added it to wishlist. Thank you, Chef. We appreciate that.
Cool of you.
Cytine wants to know what your top 5 factory games are.
Mine, personally. The obvious ones. Satisfactory, Factorio, I feel like those you can't go wrong with. I haven't played either too much, I'll be honest. And for me, obviously, working in this job has been a big difference between playing a game knowing that you're currently working on a factory game versus having played it before. And those two, both of them, I had seen before, right? I experienced them as a gamer first, which gives you a slightly different lens on it. One game I had seen before because a friend of mine who I worked with before then joined their team for a little bit was Timberborn, which is also a crowd favorite. All my friends play Timberborn, and they're so excited about it. And they're not so excited, they don't speak about it, about Modulus as well as they speak about Timberborn. They're huge
How
fans.
rude.
It's actually messed up.
Rude.
They're like, oh, have you played Timberborn? It's really good. I'm like, yeah, it looks great. I mean,
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
it is a great game, to be honest. No, I mean, it looks amazing. It's a super sick game. Um, and so that one would be 3. What's 4? I guess Shapes 2. I played Shapes 2 a bit for also in a research phase for this, but Shapes 2 also super sick. You know, obviously a great game. Fellow German devs. I mean, that as a German myself, I can't be too mad at. Good games coming out of Germany. Kind of cool. Um, and what would be my number 5? I actually gonna name something weird, but I think my real passion with like factory type mechanics comes from Tekkit, which is the Minecraft mod for automation.
Oh,
And I love it
cool.
so much. And I used to mod when Minecraft was, when Tekkit was new, so this would have been over 10 years ago. And we played this for so long, just trying to get the entire world into our like chests automated. Just please make the entire world go all the way down to, to make it mine all the way automatically and just filter it into these gigantic warehouses. It was the biggest fun I had. So those are my top 5.
I like that.
What are your 5?
I don't have 5 because, and I've said this before, factory games weren't really my thing. Before I had played a bit of Factorio and a bit more of Satisfactory. I enjoyed Satisfactory. I think I'm a weird person in that I have to have color in my game, and Factorio was too much brown and gray for me. And I just...
You're not the brown and gray phase of gaming. You're not that era.
Yeah, I don't vibe with it.
I do,
Don't
but I'm
vibe
a
with
shooter. I was a shooter player when I was in my important phase of getting my taste for games.
Yeah.
So I grew up with all the brown and gray.
Das, if you want, there's a creator program. If you have an audience, feel free to sign up to the creator program. I will drop the link in the chat for you, because then you possibly will get a copy of the game. Possibly tomorrow.
Possibly. Who would be responsible for that?
Possibly me.
Possibly, actually, yours truly.
Yeah, there you go. The link is in the chat. Boom. I lost you. Every time I click on anything on TikTok, your face disappears. There we go.
Oh, can't have that. That's what the people come here for.
I know. Yeah, no, I don't. I just didn't like Factorio, but I do think Shapes 2 is cool. Obviously, I haven't played their new game mode. I think that hasn't even come out yet. I think it's when they do the next thing. But I like that. I found that really colourful and pretty, and I enjoyed playing it.
Yeah.
I like Timberborn. I haven't played a lot of it. I did enjoy it, but I know this is ridiculous because I work here, but I genuinely enjoy Modulus the most out of factory games, and I think it's because it's pretty.
Oh my god!
I know.
That's such a curated answer.
It's
my
not
favorite
though, because I don't play these sorts of games. Like if you look at my
fair.
Steam library,
I get
this is the one that I actually play in my own time. Like I don't just play it because I have to. Whenever before the last few months when I wasn't like so busy I can't do anything, I used to play it in my own time, and I had a lot of hours in the original demo as well.
Isn't that such a good sign? Isn't it cool that you do that? I mean,
yeah,
that's how you know it's good.
Yeah, I like it. And like I've done it in play meetings before as well, where I've been like, I'm gonna be here, but I'm gonna play our game while you do other things, guys.
I've always enjoyed when like famous actors in interviews say like, "Oh, my own movies, I don't watch them."
Yeah.
I don't care what the final cut turned out to be. That couldn't be me. I'd play my own video games. I'll be honest. I'll play it by myself, have a good time.
Me too. I used to work on a game by another German developer, Bip and Bits.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bip and Bits. Legends.
I worked on Domekeeper back in the day, and I played that. Back. Hello. Hello. Are we back? I think we're back. Mick's not back.
We're back. I'm back. I'm here.
Hi. I think
Hello.
my kid. I have a 1-year-old, and I think he just turned the router off downstairs.
Did he? Oh, legend. He's like, enough internet for you, Mom.
Yeah.
This is unhealthy, and I've been told in copious amounts. Internet time's over for today. That's funny. I guess the stream then didn't continue either, because I was like,
No.
For me, I had a funny moment when you cut out.
My internet hates me sometimes, but this time it was just my kid turning it off. Thanks, kid.
What a rude move.
Thanks,
Of all the
kid.
things you think to kid-proof, the router would be my first one.
Hey, we've tried, man. We've literally
Yeah.
tried. We had a table in front of it, and you just go under the
Damn.
table. So then we put a footstool in front of that, and then he climbed on the footstool and climbed on the table and reached down behind it. So then we moved a whole ass armchair in front of it, and then he climbed over the back of it.
What the hell?
He's ridiculous.
You teach your kid to be resourceful their whole life, and all of a sudden they use it against you. Dang.
Unbelievable behavior.
What a legend. That's sick.
There are underground tunnels, see, so you can tunnel underneath already. They're already in there.
Yes.
Sorry, I missed
In a sense, it is 3D. Then there's also these things, but you can't place anything on top.
Yeah, they exist.
On a technical aspect, I think this is fair to say. I don't know if I'm ruining anyone's day if I say this. It is technically not crazy to make it 3D because of the data structure or because of how we set up the game. We very much knew that there was a possibility for at least like height being added, not actual 3D, but slopes and different heights, layers. And we do have a system specifically, of course, to like check if something's already placed where you're trying to place, right? We have like a thing that checks the grid coordinates, but the grid isn't strictly 2D. It can be any like there's also nothing keeping you from just adding two things to the same coordinate if you wanted to, on a technical sense.
Cool.
It is very difficult to resolve it then visually correctly, right?
Yeah.
And that adds basically work to every single machine that already exists, which is not great. I mean, that's true, but it definitely. Yeah. That's where it becomes unfeasible. UX-wise, it's a nightmare. You don't know what you're supposed to look at. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, it's a lot. Right, for the people on TikTok talking about the creator mode, we did have a limit when we first made it, but we actually decided that we thought it would be better if you are a creator of any size, and you actively play games that are in this genre or are similar to this genre, are creative based. We would rather work with you than work with someone that was just big and not related to the genre. So there is now no limit on it. So if you stream to 8 to 12 people, then still apply. Also, I'm the one that accepts you, and I am talking to you now, so I will remember you.
And you're talking to the right person right now.
Yeah. Chrono actually says I prefer that there isn't verticality. I can get that in other games, but I don't get the same visual dopamine that Modulus gives me in those, which is a wonderful thing to say.
It's also because you're playing it on a screen, and there is something advantageous to having a 2D layout to actually grasp what's going on, as opposed to 3D where you'd have to like go in and find. I feel like 3D factory games are like third dimension works if you play it FPS.
Yes, if you're in it, not looking at it. Yeah.
Which also, let's make that right. Let's make the FPS version of Modulus. That'd be sick. You're just you're a little dude running around placing stuff.
I would love that. That'd be so funny.
How hard can that be? Right?
Modulus 2.
I might be on vacation when that happens. But I'm sure someone can make this happen. What's happening here? I'm not producing enough.
On YouTube said, thank you for considering the smaller creators. It's always very appreciated. Hey, everybody's got to start somewhere.
Yes.
And I would much rather work with people who are passionate and are excited for the game than just giving keys to someone because they've got lots of followers. And I think I stand by that. It's awesome that building upgrades are also made piece by piece. Yeah, that's my favorite thing about the art of this game, is that somehow the wizard that is Antoine managed to make the buildings look sick, but also make it so that they are very clearly made up from the modules you're making. I cannot comprehend how he goes about designing that. I think he's so clever.
I think the way we do it on a technical level is there's obviously a tool where you basically put yourselves the requirements for the modules you have, and then he goes about it segment by segment and says, all right, for this one, if these are the two modules I have, and that's the amount, because that's kind of design kind of wishes for certain amounts, right? Design says, "Oh, these modules are nice to make. Please make this into a building." And then he goes, "All right, let me, come up with certain shapes that maybe, this could be a building. I can see that, You have to kind of wing it. And then there's a lot of trial and error, which is awesome. And then to make them look good like this, that's just general,
Antoine.
artist wizardry. Who knows, who knows how they do it.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Roadside Rescue, again, like the name. This game looks awesome. What's the aim of the game? So in Modulus, you are an AI who has been created to build factories for the colony, and the colony live down below the islands. You don't know who they are, and I'm not going to tell you who they are because it's all mysterious. But you have to produce bots for them, robots. So you're building factories to mass produce robots. And then something else might happen in the story that might change the way you do things or the way you see things. And I'm not going to leave any more spoilery story things in this stream. So you'll have to play it and find out.
Yeah, there's definitely... It's for you to also decide what you want to make. That's the chill answer always, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you decide what you want. But there's very much... I think people... don't always expect there wouldn't have to be, I feel like, narrative in it, but there is, right? And it doesn't have to visually make sense, but we want it to all belong together. So there's a thought, at least a singular thought behind everything we do. we require at least individual thoughts for this.
Yes. Again,
No,
the price hasn't been announced yet, VAR. It comes out next week on April the 2nd. If you hit the follow button on Steam and wishlist, you'll be notified when it does, and you'll find out the price. Oh, thank you, C-Elite. Thank you. And yes, there is a demo. Can I be an evil AI, though? You can be evil if you want. I mean, I guess it depends if you think helping the colony is a good thing or not. If you think helping them is a good thing, then being evil would be being really inefficient at your job, making them.
Wait, I'm evil? That's what that's called?
Or if you think the colony are suspicious, then I guess being extra efficient is helping them.
Yeah, sure, you can do that. This game is really fun. There's a whole like Buddhist aspect to it where if you just think that the nature should be left alone, then this game doesn't offer so much, but you can just look at the grass. I mean, it is pretty, right?
I haven't watched a single person yet not just go, I'm just going to delete all the trees.
I like environmentally cautious and serious as I am. Sorry, what's the word I'm looking for? Environmentally inclined. Yeah, is I try to only raise them if I have to. Right? I don't do it on purpose. I don't do it like I don't go through here and go this. I would never do that. Right?
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. The thing is, though, is I have complete plans to go back and replant all the trees once I finish tinkering with an island, and then I'm going to make it pretty again, just where I want them.
I like that too. Placing trees, I'm not going to do it, but placing trees is fun. You can also copy them, no? No, you can't. I forgot it. I forgot what you meant. That used to be a bug for the longest time.
Izuku, will this game support Linux? So we haven't built it with Linux in mind. Again, we're a very small dev team and we had to prioritize PC, but we get told by users on Steam that if you use, I think it's called Proton, you are able to play Linux. You're able to play Modulus on Linux. There are people on the Steam forums that have written about it.
It's crazy you say Linux, and I think it's funny considering the whole like git jit debacle that the good Linus left us with.
Linux.
Maybe it's just fair. Maybe it's just fair to say Linux.
I think I started doing it to wind someone up, and then it just became the way I say it.
It's actually pretty funny. I can't lie. You know what I love?
Laughing at me anyway.
No. I think you say it confidently. It's like it's clear you're not like accidentally. You've never heard someone say it. Right? To say more about it is Unity is great at distributing to different platforms. It's less great at doing it in a production setting. One of the reasons I think that we use Unity, and that's my career, right? I'm only a Unity dev, nothing else. I think the reason is that you are really dependent on the environment. You're really exposed to decisions that come from different platforms. I worked in mobile games for a long time, and export. Like, it couldn't be more different the second that your game leaves Unity, in how you have to like build for it. All these processes that go into. We have a whole person who comes in, who does our CI/CD and so on, who's like a freelancer technically, but they've been with the company longer than I have. And it's a whole job. It's just someone's job to make sure builds run and build pipelines run and so on, and Linux be a huge extra amount of work on their
Yeah.
plate, which we can't really afford, unfortunately, because as much as I'd like it, I mean, we know everyone who runs Linux is like a former disappointed Windows user somewhere. I'd love to make it happen for myself. I'd love to run it myself, but developing on it is like basically impossible. And then it's still not enough people who have it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
If it was just more popular, same with Mac. We're not natively building for macOS, which I feel so bad about. But I would love to more. If it becomes unreasonably successful on Mac, we will have to, and then we'll just make it work.
Yeah. Ralang, yeah, we stream on Twitch and YouTube as well at the same time. I do all three at once. We always do Tuesday nights, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world, depending. And then I am now also starting Thursday afternoons as well. So Thursday afternoon UK time, I'll be doing creative mode streams on the same three places: Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. Not Instagram, TikTok. Oh, my brain.
But we could. Why not?
Someone's like, will you consider iPad version? Not right now.
Definitely consider it real. That consideration is done real fast. No.
No.
Can't do that.
Spots. Do it. You know you want to. Considering streaming Modulus, if it doesn't usually stream. Go for it.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, look at that.
Yes, Saitine, I will continue. I cannot speak. I will continue streaming after launch.
God, she's continuing.
I'm continuing. The week of launch as well, we're going to be doing a whole week of streaming content together with Quali, and it won't just be us. It will be all of the creators that we are working with have had a chance to fill out a schedule. And we're going to be co-streaming and streaming together and sharing lots of people's streams, so you'll be able to see other people that you might not have watched before and find some new factory streamers to follow, which I'm excited about, because I, again, really, really love small and mid-sized streamers that don't usually get the opportunity to do this sort of thing, and I love that we're able to do that and able to share people with our audiences. I think it makes me really happy that Quali wanted to do it.
It's awesome. Quality's been nothing but chill and supportive.
They're super supportive, yeah.
Yeah, it's just that's not a given. I think lots of people have made mixed experiences in like games publishing and even in game development by itself. So it always sounds fishy when someone's like, "Oh, we're having a great time with our publisher," but we are,
yeah.
So sorry.
Special shout out to Matty. Matty is a legend, and Matty will also be streaming next week. He's a really good streamer as well.
That's awesome.
Welshie's here. Hi, Welshie. Happy Volcano. Is it worth showing off the daytime modes for all the new folks? Have you? Yeah, it's turning into a different nighttime mode now. He's got it on. He's got it on automatic.
Yes. The shadows. I'm not touching it. Look, mono hand. And the shadows are moving.
But yeah, there is a day-night cycle. You can have it set to auto-rotate, which is what we've got it on right now. It's currently going through, I think, dusk. And then
for that, I'd have to know what they look like and also which one is dusk and which one is dawn. I always get them mixed up.
This one is dusk.
Fair enough. Which is turning into night.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. But you can also choose which one you want on as well. Oh, no, you mean dark mode. Oh, okay, yeah. Go into the settings, Mick, and put dark mode on.
At night, you're crazy.
I know.
They did actually kind of, where is it again?
Improve the visibility at nighttime with the dark mode. It's in accessibility. Sorry.
Yeah. Look at this.
Boom!
Oh, wow. It is pretty at dusk, isn't it? It has like a tint.
A reddish tint, yeah.
Yes. It looks awesome. I always think of these as the, like, when I was growing up, any sports park would have these nasty rubber plates.
Recycled
you get,
tires.
if you ever fell, you essentially are,
Yeah.
you're not going to school the next day, and that's what that feels like. But in the day, it looks really. Let me set it today because I like it at day. Look what it. Oh,
It looks like
this is so
Iceland.
really. It does. It's the whole like the
Volcanic.
hexagonal.
So,
Yes, the basalt. Is that what it's
I
called?
yeah. I every time I see it, I'm like, oh, Modulus volcanic edition. No, Modulus Icelandic edition.
Volcanic edition. Happy volcanic edition.
Yeah, beautiful. Rimmer's in the chat.
Rema.
Rimmer says dark mode is the best. Yeah, I like dark mode.
Yes, and Rema's opinion matters. Rema, I think this is fair to say. This is how I'm going to voice it at the many awards we win for this game when I'm on the podium speaking into the microphone. It really was a team effort. It really, I couldn't have done it without Rema. Couldn't have done it with all the other developers, but specifically Rema. I think Rema's been on this project the longest of anyone because he prototyped. And then he's been on it ever since. So, and unironically, I don't mean this in any ironic way, I ask Rema way more stuff about the game than he asked me. He just knows. He doesn't have to ask. And I'm always like, hey, where is this? And he's like, I do remember. It's crazy. Remembering things that were like 2.5 years ago, no problem. No problem for this man.
Rimmer is also like a genuinely wonderful being. I just really like Rimmer. It's just so lovely.
I don't know if I can second that. That's crazy. Making me say this in front of the people, fine. He's all right. He's all right. I'm joking.
He also had a Freerun t-shirt on the other day, so he gets points for me for being a weeb like I am. I support that. Now it's funny again. I always wonder if this quest says, hey, open the tech tree, and then it says, of course, unlock something. I always wonder if I love opening tech trees. Skill trees are my favorite thing. One of the games that I have the most hours in is Path of Exile. And that skill tree is insane.
Knowers know that skill tree is the game, right? That's how every, if anyone talks about the games, always like, oh, but also look at the skill tree and zoom out. I'm so happy that ours is big. Yeah. I mean, it's not nearly as many nodes. It's not nearly as crazy, of course, but do I love a good skill tree? Look at this.
My favorite skill tree is Final Fantasy X Sphere Grid.
You've shown me this one before. I didn't know that because I hadn't played. I'm not a Final Fantasy head.
It's wild.
God damn it, is that a good one too?
It's wild. It's so good. And you can choose which direction to go in for each of the characters, so it's just absolute crazy.
Yeah. I really want to do something. Whenever we do something, I think skill tree, tech tree is an easy consideration. And now that you have one, don't let any production people hear this. We would just use the same one everywhere, right? Why would you ever make the same thing twice? Let's just put this into other games. What the hell, right? That's how game development is supposed to work. You just reuse it.
Reusing. Oh yeah,
Suzuki's
come back and go, yeah, Linux works. I've just started the demo.
There you go.
10 out of 10.
Report bugs, but do tag them as
Linux,
what distro they're coming from. Thanks.
It is a big skill tree, the kitchen sink. It really is. Every time I see your name, by the way, it makes me giggle. Their name is written as Kitch, as in KTICH, SCH, and sync as in synchronize.
Oh,
but it's
kitchen
the kitchen sink. Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's really good. It's one of my favorite ones I've seen.
Kitsch and sink.
Yep. 10 out of 10 points for that. Can't wait for this to wait. I can't read today. Can't wait for this to make its way to console one day. William, we would love to bring it to console, but we have to know that there's a demand for it first. Again, small team, dev time. If it does well enough on Steam, I imagine it would be something we would look at doing. We've talked about it before, but we have to wait. We have to wait and see how it does on Steam.
Yes. It's very much considered in the way that we work, right? It's very much a possibility, technically. There's always stuff that happens on consoles because they're bespoke hardware and they do things differently.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's never a freebie, but it is always something where we, when we make something, we don't entirely go through with it if it wouldn't work on console.
On console, yeah.
And then, so it's of course, a painful process always, but it's one of the classics, right?
Yeah.
I would love to do it on console. I've never released a game on console.
Haven't you? That's cool.
No.
That would be really cool if this is your first one.
Yeah. I mean, in a very strict sense, my first game releasing on Steam also.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
with like weird exception of stuff that was on Steam, but I was only like involved part of it. This is the
Yeah.
first full one, start to finish.
I love
mean,
that
that's
for you.
Thank you, thank you. It's a good one, no?
Yeah.
After 11 years in the business, I get one up on Steam.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great.
Whereas I've worked at a publisher, so I've got like 40 something games on Steam.
More than anyone. That's messed up. Actually.
And PlayStation. I've got on my shelf. I've got 2 PS5 games that I am credited on, and I'm very happy about that. That's
awesome. Oh, that's also a milestone, having hard copy of having a game's hard copy.
Yeah.
I do have somewhere here a Switch hard copy of U-Circuit Parking, and it's just so cool to have.
I bet, yeah.
It's just actually so awesome.
That's actually one thing I would love, like in the future, if there is enough demand for it. Getting this on Switch too, I think would be really satisfying because they've built those mouse controls into it, and I think that would actually work really well with Modulus.
Oh, that'd be sick. It also isn't such a, how do I say this lightly?
It's a better console.
Hardware limitation. It's not just a big phone. That's a tough one.
I think that would be really, really nice to do that. And then we can push for getting, hard copies made with someone like I Am 8-Bit or.
Oh yes.
All the likes.
One, first things first.
Yes.
Gotta make a game. Step 1.
Yeah.
Do I want this here? I do want this here. Blue, the basic refinery, Blue Pigment Edition. Take
Blue Pigment Edition.
Blue Pigment Edition.
Chat are talking about Easter eggs, and I'm jealous because I haven't had one yet. Sad.
Oh, the actual,
chocolate.
The physical, not the game, not in the game sense.
No, actual chocolate eggs.
I really like the Cadbury orange. The one that isn't an orange, Yes.
Terry's chocolate orange.
That's how you, sorry, that's the one. That's how you befriend the British, right?
I love them very much. Also, Ben Starr wants to be their commercial actor, and I keep tagging.
Trying to make it happen?
Yeah. Every time on LinkedIn, I'm like, do I know anyone that works at Terry's?
I've seen you say this, yeah. I thought it was a joke. That's an actual effort. That's awesome.
Kitch says Modulus is my favorite game because there is no threat. It's like a puzzle and it's more than a game. That's really nice. Thank you.
There's no threat. Unless. No, there isn't.
Honestly, William, I don't think this would work on mobile.
You say that. Under the heaviest of limitations, sure, right? I don't think it'd be fun at all on mobile.
That's what I mean. I don't think it would work, as in like it's not the right fit.
Yeah.
For it.
But in a more like incremental game adaptation, maybe Modulus Clicker Edition. I don't know. I think it'd be a stretch.
Yeah.
It'd be a big stretch.
Because there's so much to. Yeah, that's it. He went. It just seems like a lot to put on mobile. Yeah, it is, and there's so many UI elements and like different manipulations you can make that you need to be able to rotate things, and doing that in a touch screen. I don't know.
Yeah. But I love saying sure, I'm not
be the yes man.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, definitely, it would. I agree, it would be great to do that on mobile. Wouldn't it be awesome for everyone involved if it could be on mobile?
Yeah. Regen just said, "Are there Easter eggs in the game?" I mean, at one point, Trixit from the Discord made Easter eggs and then planted them around her factory. Last year when we had an Easter competition, she made Easter bunnies and Easter eggs and planted them around her factory. So technically, yes. However, I will say in the writing, Atlas and you, the AI character who is called Daedalus, Thomas came up with Atlas with the whole carrying the world on his back type thing. Because he is literally in charge of all the islands floating above in the sky. And then I went for Daedalus because he makes stuff and has a big hammer and builds, and yeah. So they're little Greek mythology Easter eggs, I guess.
Yeah, those kind. I think there's definitely Easter eggs ish in the achievements. There's 2 hidden achievements so
Yes.
far. So those count, and you don't know what they are because if you knew, they'd be easy to get, but you kind of have to try and get them. So if you don't get
Yeah.
spoiled, you can. What?
I just
You
realised
know?
there is an Easter egg in there, but I can't tell anyone without ruining it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't ruin it.
There are Easter eggs in the story later on as well. That are little sci-fi references.
Outside of this. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, there is, in that sense, yes. There's even in the visible achievements, there's an Easter egg in the, what is it called? There's an Easter egg I want to say about scrapping an amount of modules, and I believe I might be wrong. It might be there's an achievement with an amount, and the amount is 101,010, I believe, which is binary, right? Ones and zeros, and that is a fun number if you convert it from binary to integer. That's
If you
there's
know.
Easter eggs like this. If you know, you know. If you do it in your head. And then the achievement is called Life, Universe, and Everything, which makes it easier to understand which number it is. But that's technically an Easter egg, right? We have things like that. Whenever it's easy and free for us, look at this. I made a tunnel around the tree. I'm not going to raise a tree.
Beautiful.
Right? That's messed up. This tree was here before us, right? This is a tree's island more than mine. I'm just trying to be respectful.
We're just existing in it. Jonathan, yeah, me and Mick are also from the era where every game you had was a hard copy. We are also
Yeah. We're not. Hey. If we made it sound like we're young,
we're old.
We're old. I think we can say that. We're old.
Some people in chat are getting the reference, but I'm not going to say it out loud.
We don't want to spoil it.
We don't want to spoil it, no. So the kitchen sink. So keys can be rebound. We haven't specifically made it controller support in mind right now. It is something that we would like to do in a future update. And the same with Steam Deck, so that we can optimize for that. It's something we definitely would like to do. We just haven't managed to do it yet. But what I will say is that a community member has made a Steam Deck controller like layout for Modulus, which you can find in the Steam forums. So I'm imagining you'd also be able to do the same thing on an Xbox controller with the layout because it's the same buttons. So
do I want to make this? I like making this one and then cutting it and making this one, right? Like an ice cream sandwich. But then you're
I just
good?
elbowed the desk.
Maybe don't. I'm not,
I know.
I can't make you, but maybe next time don't do that.
Don't do that. Ow. Anyway, sorry. I interrupted your cutting speech.
No, I don't remember what I was gonna say. It wasn't important.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I like doing it like this, I think, and then we wait. I do like the little anticipation when you build something like this, and you just copy paste because copy paste is the best, and then you're like, did I even do? Is this correct? And then you just kind of wait for the result.
Well, wait for it to come through. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like not using my brain right now. I'm just waiting. Give it 10 seconds. It'll tell you if it's correct. So this is a 15%. So I'm just gonna do the same thing. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna do it. See, I knew how I wanted to make it this whole time.
Shahir on TikTok, yeah, well done, you found it on Steam. And then your next point was, what's the goal of the game? The goal of the game is to mass produce bots, and then there is another goal that unlocks itself at a certain point in the game that I'm not going to spoil. But to begin with, it's to be efficient in your factory making and fulfill orders for the colony. But yeah, there's also some other things that come in to do with the narrative.
In a way, it's you play through what the game tells you to do, and then in other ways, it's very much it's up to you what you want to make.
Yeah.
The content is structured tree-esque, right? So there's different ways to get to the same point, but it all there's always content that gets unlocked after other content. So you find your own way through the game also, if you want, right?
Yeah.
We're not telling you. exactly what to do. We're just kind of suggesting stuff. Also, these on the top left, if you don't do this, no one comes to yell at you, right? You're not required. You can
Yeah.
make stuff. If you actually can find a way to not complete these and still get the game all the way, to unlock stuff, which might happen. Like you can get around certain. Well, it's difficult. You're not supposed to get around them, but we've definitely had testers get around them. And sometimes we fix bugs, and sometimes we think if someone's trying really hard to break it, it's also, we're also not trying to tell you what not to do.
Yeah.
So if you're trying really hard,
you can go the long way around.
Yeah, exactly. And who are we to tell you how to solve it?
Thank you for answering on YouTube, Rim. I appreciate you. And then I see you, C Elite, joining us over on TikTok, Twitch from TikTok. I see you. Oh, this is really sweet. Mr. Shaky went, third goal, be comfy. Yeah.
Be comfy. Have a good time.
Be comfy, chill out, relax, enjoy. Build, which is why usually when I'm streaming I always go over time, because I'm just like, I just want to keep building and chilling out with chat.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm having fun.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
I'm enjoying this now.
I do like the Crane Reach 3. Oh, I love this upgrade. Hold on. Just gonna do this real quick.
I've not ever used that yet.
I like it when it's for this building, for example, when you need the
Cores as well.
When you need a third line, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, why have I not done that yet? Oh, you wishlisted it already? Haha! Past you. High five.
That's how it goes.
I like it.
Wishlisting is really one of the, like, it feels bad to, as a developer, to say, oh, this is, my job, I need money for this, or there's so many things about advertising yourself that can feel bad.
Yeah, you feel awkward.
Asking for a wish list is just a wholesome process, because wishlisting it's so whimsical. You're just like, hey, can you, if you like it, just tell the algorithm you like it. It's so much better than any other platform does it. I love Steam wishlisting. I sometimes feel so gracious giving a game a wishlist. I'm like, I want to see what you become when you grow up. I want to see you do well. Here's my wishlist. I love it so much. And getting wishlists is so awesome. Someone's like, oh, you have this amount of wishlists? And you're like, that's crazy. I can't. These are individual people. I don't know. I've never seen this many people in my life. Yeah, it's awesome.
It's so nice. I don't think people realize just how much it makes a difference.
It really does.
Yeah, it makes such a big difference. Every time you wishlist a game on Steam, especially when it's an indie game, it helps that game get seen by more people.
Right.
And it helps so much. And I think Steam does that really, really well. What it doesn't necessarily do really well is explain how negative reviews can affect indie games.
Yeah.
Because I've worked on a product in the past where people gave it negative reviews when it was in early access. And you're
I just got an achievement. Sorry. And the achievement is for hexacrystals, and it says that was cracked. Pretty sure came up with that recently.
That is amusing.
And I think Polyrock is like that rocks, and then this was cracked.
I like it.
Sorry, don't want to interrupt you.
Your
Yes,
little face was happy.
Negative reviews. Yeah, I love it. Well, negative reviews hurt. They hurt the feelings and the business.
And especially when it's a negative reviews that is like, I actually like this, but here are the things I don't like, when it's in early access. And you're like, well, those things you don't like can be fixed before it comes out. Please just tell us.
Give us a chance, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, as a player, or as a game maker, you look at it so differently, of course, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Any video game being made, I'm sure people say this in civilian context, but any video game being made is a wonder, right?
Yeah.
By itself.
Getting it.
It is insane. The fact that video games exist is, I think, there's a lot of timelines where nobody ever bothers with this shit.
Yeah.
it's just magical that we can even have these. Making your own, super cool. Also, just such a great accomplishment for anyone who's ever, like, if you ever hang out on like Reddit game dev or any
Yeah.
game related, these communities will repeatedly tell everyone, and it's every day someone goes, hey, how do I make a first game? And you just make a game. Make a game that has a button and one thing, and you'll struggle with it for longer than you thought, and then scale it up and think about how many games you think your game would, how many things your game would need maybe, and just do it like times 32.
Yeah.
Just put the buffer onto the most unhinged amount, and it'll still not be enough.
Yep. Just make it happen.
Yeah. What did I do wrong? They're just slow.
I like playing
They're
games
just
like
slow
this,
voice.
but they're usually in first person, Satisfactory and Lightyear Frontier. I've never
Yeah.
even heard of Lightyear Frontier.
It's great. Lightning
not know
Frontier
that
is
one.
classic. Instant classic for the genre also. I think it's really good.
Yes, Shahir, there is a tutorial. Mick is actually partly working through the tutorial right now, but also partly kind of doing things his own way at the same time. But yeah, there is a tutorial. We worked super hard on the tutorial. We got a lot of feedback when we first put the demo out that the tutorial was a little bit too hand-holdy for some people, because a lot of factory aficionados know the genre well enough to not need to be told what to do. But then there was the balance where, because this game, and Kirby on YouTube mentioned this, it's like a cozy game as well. Like, we wanted to make sure that it also was accessible for new players to the genre. So getting that balance of like not telling people too much but also giving enough information for new people was a real tightrope walk, and we're really happy with how it came out, and a lot of that work is down to Thomas. Thomas did an incredible job on that.
Really did. I think we reworked the tutorial at least 4 times.
Yeah.
And like big reworks. And the very first time it was very handholdy, but we still have elements of it. Like when the game starts out, it has these green holograms and lets you place stuff only there, and then says, please place it here just so that you've done it once. And that's the on rails part. And then the off rails is very soon after you've completed like the first module. And remember how an hour and a half ago I was like, oh, I'll definitely raise down the first line. It's too much space. No, I'm not going to do that now, because now it's locked in.
Yeah.
It is set in stone. It's become the part where I look at this whole part, I'm like, I hope nothing's wrong here, because I'm not ready to to do anything.
I don't want to know.
Yeah, just make it work, please. Come
Ostriching it. Stick
on.
in
What
your
am I
head in
waiting
the
for
sand.
here? Oh, there we go. It's these
Rimmer
two little
says that
piles
all
of
the
loose ends.
achievements are so nicely implemented that they all trigger just at the right time. Yes, pat on the back to Mick. He did a really, really good job with the...
Stop giving me compliments, right? Stop.
You're making him blush.
You're making me blush. Thanks. I worked really hard on these 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, spots. I like that as well. The music does ebb and flow. It kind of like, it doesn't just roll straight in. It kind of gives you a bit of peaceful ambience for a bit, and then it comes back in. And I think Ulmut did such a great job with the sound of this game.
Of all the people who are extremely skilled on this team, Almo just comes in and is maybe the most skilled individual creator of anyone, because she's just so cracked at making music, and she's also so incredibly good at sound design. I mean, all the sound design is also hers, and the music, which is not a given, right? It's just because
and the voice,
someone is a sound person, and the voice. So she's like the triple threat of all things audio, and she comes in and she tells us how to do it. She's one of those sound designers that is like, oh yeah, I really don't know what I'm doing. And then she's like, oh, let me pull the project on Git. And I was like, ooh, okay, she does. When she says she doesn't know what she's doing, she's joking.
She does know.
She knows a lot. She's seen games come and go. She's been around the block when it comes for sound design. To the point where sometimes you play, like if you play a game from Berlin, like if you like Bip and Bits, I'm sure has worked with Almut. I'd be surprised if they never have.
When we did our interview with her, I found out that we're both credited on Pizza Possum.
There you go, 100%.
Sound for that, and I had no idea.
Yeah, you play the Darkest Files, and one character is just her, and you're like, wait,
that's Almut.
Same. Do they create modules in this? Can I hear a new module created real quick?
Yeah. After unlocking so much, but map you're considering starting over with all your unlocks, I don't blame you, Kitch. I want to do that now. No, like earlier on, someone in the the Twitch chat said that they used a stamper for an early module and it made it a lot easier. And now I want to go back and redo the entire first bit. Yeah. So I feel you.
That's mad. I'm being backseated right now, and it's crazy. Don't tell me about.
Oh, we've got a raid. Kylo Builds is raiding us. Kylo's one of our creator program legends. Hello, welcome in. Welcome in.
Hello, everyone. Thank you.
The mug thugs, amazing. Love it.
Sweet.
Welcome in, guys. What were you playing, Kylo? It's probably a factory game.
All right.
Aurora, can you do a shout out for Kylo, please? No, the game has no generative AI. We literally went through it with a tooth comb a few weeks ago. And yeah, there's none. It was really funny, and it wasn't really funny because I was really stressed about it at the time. But I, a millennial, have used emotes in everything I've ever written my entire life, and so obviously I use them when I make posts. And someone on Steam thought one of my posts was written by ChatGPT, and I was like, oh.
Just me.
It's just me. I just like emojis, okay? Like, sorry. But it did then trigger us all to go, can we just double check that no one has used any? And yeah, no one has. So
I mean, the good news, the easy part about it is that we've made it almost too much in-house. We've used very little external anything, right? We're not even at risk of anything created being like imported through anything, because we're not using it in any sense that, it couldn't just basically show up in an asset pack or anything, because we're making everything ourselves. And so in the end, I feel 100% confident saying that there's none in. And I also, we're also not using it. I mean, that's the easy part, right? You know you're not using it. You like, no, it's not in there. I think you can tell.
I think you can tell. I think you can tell. It looks so curated.
Yeah, it's only been such a recent thing that I don't think most people who've worked on this project would have been involved in any type of professional pipeline that even uses AI. And whenever I speak to people in the industry, there's very few studios that actually are actively just changing their workflow to AI. I think it's still just a new concept to everyone.
Yeah.
Right. So I think you'd know. We're not in the days where it seemingly blends into products.
No, you are not. No, you are definitely not.
Luckily not.
Is there any plans for future DLC? So this actually answers a question that someone asked in Discord earlier as well, as like updates and DLC. It's very much, there are lots of things we would like to add to the game. We've got a huge list of things. There's operators, there's different types of build, like there's all sorts of things that we would love to add to the game. We just have to see how well the game does first. Again, it comes down to the fact that we are a very small studio and we have to prioritize manpower. So if the game does really well and people want more content, we will make more content. Right. But we're not planning out what we're going to make when we're going to make it until we know whether it's valid or viable, we
don't have too few ideas.
Yeah, we've got lots.
The cool thing about factory games, and often games in general, but specifically factory games, is that you make systems and then you make content for those systems, but you never make all the content, right? Like we obviously, as you can tell, have a system for making these like operators, but there's more like ideas for new operators are infinite, right? We have a list that you can scroll for a long time on for people wanting things. Like there's been insane ideas for operators. People in the community always have great ideas for operators. And so it's not a problem at all for us to come up with stuff. And we could right now not prioritize which one of those. We basically would be doing too much guesswork. That's essentially the problem, right?
Yeah, that's it.
And so we're trying not to do it. We're trying to be really responsible, and instead we're going with the all right, let's see what actually is, what is necessary, what do we want to do, and then we'll know really fast. So we're not worried about speed when it comes to making new things, because we can make stuff. We've now shown with all these things, making stuff is what we can do.
Yeah.
What stuff is now the next part. We want to be deliberate about it. So
yeah, exactly.
Oh no, look what I did.
I love what Jonathan wrote in chat. Remember that the I in AI is very overrated right now, and yes. Yes.
It is it is still those days.
How does the factory get energy? So we don't have a power system. You don't have to power the machines. They all work. They work out of the box. In this game, we didn't want to add a bottleneck. The whole point of this game is that there are no resource limits, and having to create power would add a limit that we didn't want. We just wanted to dive straight in. Why do stampers still operate even with no second output connected? So that was a quality of life thing. Yeah. So there was a time where you would have had to put that little bit going out. And then we did it where we had it going out into a scrapper. You could do that too. But for quality of life, if you're not using that little bit, you can just forget about it. And it will carry on. Which I really support, because I like to cram loads of stampers near each other.
We removed it the moment that we added the scrapper, which is surprisingly late, right?
Yeah,
I think the scrapper
I remember having arguments about the bin.
Yeah, the bin.
Yeah.
Actually, one thing I really like. Hold on, I don't know if I can. Can I reasonably show this? Hold on. I'll try to unplug my keyboard. This is probably gonna break the whole. No, I can't. Wait, my keyboard has to be plugged in.
No.
Hold on. This is how the game breaks.
Pending.
So what I'm going to do is move my camera, because I have the coolest little thing on my keyboard. This is going to be behind the scenes look. My keyboard looks like this, and it has this little display. I hope it focuses correctly.
Yeah.
And it can show any GIF you put in, and it's a scrapper. Can you see it?
You can see it, but it's very light.
Be less light. Oh, I'm gonna make a picture of it and put it on Twitter. It's so much fun. I love it because I made it, and I think I defined the shape for it originally, and said, oh, it should be like have 4 inputs. This is too low. And then it's been nothing but problems with the 4 inputs, because if you build a stamper and then put a scrapper right next to it, you're like, oh, let me get rid of this little extra stamped out piece. I don't want it right now. Then everything that you built in a tight setup auto connects to it, and then you have to disable it again. We thought, all right, you know what? Give the people what they want. If the stamper thing isn't being used, it's clearly not necessary.
It's not needed. Yeah, exactly.
And so that's it. And fun fact for development purposes, I don't know if you've seen this. We have the opposite of a scrapper, which is the spawner, and it just is the same thing but with 4 outputs, and it lets us make any resource right away. So our QA oftentimes gets to like fulfill late stage buildings the real way, like as if they were getting modules the real way, even though we also have cheats for those. Oh my god, achievements. And you can place them in like a chessboard pattern, so that there's 4 things being output and 4 scrappers, 4 things going into a scrapper, and it's very satisfying. It also tanks performance like nothing else.
You get the spawner in creative mode.
Oh right, yeah. You can see it again. The regular spawner, not the module spawner.
Not the module spawner, no.
We have even more def cheats. The one that spawns every module in the game that you could ever need. But yeah, those things were so fun to make. And for me as a game dev, the most tool or the most satisfying thing oftentimes is just making tools, right? And coming up with things. Look at this, your first paint.
Kylo, what if I want unlimited space to build? Well, that's part of the puzzle in Modulus, is having to figure out how to optimize on the islands with the sort of space puzzle elements all in there.
What if I want infinite space? You can't.
Yeah.
You can have a lot of space, and reasonably, if enough people, this is how I always say it, it's a democratic process. If enough people send us their entirely maxed out creative mode map, right, which is huge, it's islands like bigger than this, and just a lot of them.
And blank.
And it's clear, and it's clear that, wow, they really did run out of space. Reasonably, they would need more space for what they're trying to do. Then we have a good argument, right? Yeah. To go to, hey, the people need more space. We'd be your first champions for it.
We actually would, yeah. I know I said no limitations, but I meant no limitations on resources, not on the floor.
There's actually quite a few limitations. Reasonable.
Creative mode doesn't have any of the obstacles either. It's just blank islands. So in creative mode, you can just build, which is really nice. Right. Chrono, you want to see the achievements. I know, but it's because I am capturing his game via Discord because he's playing it and I'm the one streaming it. That's why you can't see them.
Sorry.
I always have to edit engine file
What?
because the limits are too low for unreal objects.
Damn. Basic cutter, basic stamper. Let me get the stamper. Fine. Stamper's also so fun. One thing I was going to say about the power question, right? How does the factory run on its own power?
Yeah.
I think there's later in the game, I don't know if this is a spoiler, but you can have more operators than just these, right? There's these locked versions of the cutter, the stamper, and the assembler, and they kind of do run on a specific extra resource, which is something you need to create, and then you need to use it as fuel. So there's a type of fuel system, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So the supply tank.
That kind of does count, right?
Yeah.
But that's the idea. You supplying everything, like a conveyor belt by itself just runs. That's true.
Yeah.
It's just it just likes to run.
I'm going to do something now. I am going to put the link to the Twitch stream. Oh, I just clicked off your face. Hang on. Go back to your face. There you go.
That's rude.
It was very rude of me. I'm sorry. I am going to put the Twitch link in the YouTube chat and the TikTok chat because we are going to do a giveaway on TikTok, on Twitch. Oh my God, there's too many T words. On Twitch, we are going to do a giveaway. I will give everyone like 5 minutes to get over there, just in case. And when you are over there, we will do a giveaway for a copy of the game, which will also unlock the moment you put it in. You won't have to wait, which is very exciting.
What?
I know. I'm giving someone early access, but not early access. I know what I mean.
You know.
I know.
That's
what
awesome.
I mean.
Exciting.
Yes, I like giving giveaways. It makes me very happy.
Can I say, this in my head is two tunnels kissing. I think that's important, right? I think nobody would disagree with me.
Little Wally and Eva romance going on.
It's at least it's at least a little like nose to nose, like, you know.
Smooch.
These two are just friends. Yeah, these two are close. These two are disappointed. They're linked. Their significant others are far away. This is you can make. I'm sure you can make a whole drama. I love the expressiveness of some of the operators. I mean, my favorite operator in the entire game has to be the data center.
I say this. He looks like a robot.
Yeah, he does, and he has the little. Oh, my screen wants to turn itself off. Please don't. I just like when they fill up and this little like knob goes left to right, and you just
I love him.
You just know there's data being centered in there somehow.
Antoine said that he didn't design it to look like a robot. I call BS. There's no way it looked like that, and he didn't mean for it to look like that.
I think he's been in the voxel world for too long. The man's been doing voxel art 2 years. Look at the details on this, right? Look at how like these are not by accident. These are made by Antoine, like hand placed. Every one of these. I could see how he's in here and just doesn't, doesn't see the forest for the trees, as they say.
It's the cutest building in the world. Sky on TikTok says the game looks sick. How much will it be? We haven't announced the price yet, but it will be in line with other factory games of the same sort of size. That's all I am allowed to say for now. But if you wishlist and follow it on Steam, you'll be notified when it gets dropped next week. Nice. Hi Shahir, who has moved over to Twitch for the giveaway. I appreciate that. I'm gonna leave it another 2 minutes, and then we're gonna do the giveaway on Twitch. We tried doing it on YouTube, but Nightbot was not being our friend. So we're going to do it on Twitch. Hi Tara, welcome over. Nice to see you.
Hello.
I also need to know who I'm going to raid after the stream today. I'm going to go and have a look while we wait for people to come over. Passing the love forward.
Yeah, always. Raid also such a good system on Twitch.
I really like it. It's a really nice way to.
I just like when there's like you can tell it's an empathy driven system. Like someone saw it and was like, oh, it'd be nice. You know how you could like support each other. I mean, it's just, what else do you want?
Yeah, it is really sweet. I think we're gonna go to Ice Kai because I don't know. No, we'll go to Frank. Frank is one of our creator program people. So we'll go over to him when we're done. I think that would be a nice thing to do. Okay, 30 seconds left, and then we're going to do the giveaway.
Oh my god.
I know. Oh, Rim's on Twitch as well. Hi, Rim.
Hello.
Everyone coming over. Oh, thank you for sharing the live, Jacob. I appreciate that. That's really nice of you. Look at Mick making smart setups.
Oh, leave me alone. I forgot people can see this. How have I never made this before? Am I crazy? I feel like I definitely have stumbled upon this before. No?
I used the stamper for this one.
No. It is,
No.
you know what? Saying unlock the stamper and create a module challenge. God damn it. You're actually so right. That's pretend. But it'd be fun if I didn't, you know? Imagine if I just didn't.
Ralang asked an interesting question that I'm going to leave to you. How did you get into professional game making / programming? They have the basics, they just don't know what to do now. Good question. And while Mick answers that, everyone in TikTok, everyone on Twitch, one day I will say the platform I actually mean when I mean it. Everyone on Twitch, put ! Modulus in the chat if you want a chance to win the game. I'm going to give you until Mick finishes his answer. So you've got from now until Mick finishes his answer to that question. Go.
All right, no pressure. I got into it because I studied related fields after school. I studied something called digital media, and I liked it a lot. And I wasn't a programmer before, and I kind of joined it because I always liked anything that is like digital art. I actually was a program at the School of Arts more than, or like also in combination with them and the university. And so I kind of didn't think in 2009 when I started studying, God, that's a long time ago, that I didn't think that in Germany people were actually just having jobs making games. I didn't think about it. And then doing this program, I got in touch with different people who were actually making games, you know, as their job. And then there were classes who were saying like, oh, if you want to dabble in game development, take this class. And it was like Microsoft's XNA engine. And so that's how I got into it. And then I went to Montreal for a semester abroad that we all had to do, which was awesome. And then in Montreal, everyone's making games, right? In Montreal in 2012, people were just making games. There's Ubisoft and EA right across the street, and everyone's just so good at it. And I felt like it was this crazy world I got dropped into. And then I came back and I thought I should move to Berlin. And that's where all the game developers are in Germany. And that turned out to be true. Did a master's here for actually a game, development kind of program. Like it's still media programming, but it has lots of game stuff in it. And met other people who were trying to make games. Got my first couple of jobs, everything in different game studios here in Berlin, in the city, mostly through people that I knew from the studies. It was just a smaller field back then, and just stuck with it because I really liked it. And I always wanted to be a part of how games actually work. And for that, you have to be a programmer, right? And so with the other two jobs, largely in the field being artists, which I never thought I was good at, and game designers, which I always thought was a crazy, risky career choice because it's so difficult and it's so different from all the technical jobs that I had before. I ended up becoming a game programmer. That's actually like the real story to it, and I love it. I couldn't do anything else, I think. But since then, I've also done a lot of teaching at the university here, and there's, it's just amazing to see how game development has just changed in the last 10 years. Everyone's so cracked. I mean, my two senior developers are 10 years younger than me. They're not worse than me at anything, really. They've just been here longer. It's crazy. They've been, they're so good at it. And they got to where they are now in so many fewer years because they got actual programs dedicated to, teaching what game development is these days.
Yeah.
And game development has become easier and more accessible, but it really has also become harder at the same time. It's a really weird field where everything, obviously stuff becomes easier, then everyone just gets better, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just, every time I see stuff about game development, I am so fascinated by it, and that's how I know that I'm still not done making games.
Not done.
Yeah, I think that's the whole thing, right? I was just incredibly lucky to know that this was something I could be passionate about for long, and then be right by accident. That's really the answer in short. That's it.
That is a really nice, wholesome thing, though. I think it's something you knew that we were passionate about and you found your way into it, which I think is lovely. Okay, we are going to do the giveaway like I promised. So, I'm going to press choose a winner right now. And if you tried more than once, it's only counted it once, by the way. People that tried it more than once. I see you. Choose a winner. Go! The winner is Ear PZ. Ear PZ.
Good job.
Congratulations.
Well done being picked by the random number.
I'm happy about that. It takes the stress off me when I use the bot to do the giveaway. It's
That is fun.
It's easy. Congratulations. I will whisper you. I'm going to go onto Twitch right now so I can whisper you. I'm going to whisper you after the stream and I will send you your key. Please accept my whisper so that I can do that. I've actually just found someone playing Modulus that I have not seen before, so I think we'll raid them.
On Twitch?
Yeah, on Twitch.
Sick.
Which is really nice.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So we're gonna raid. Don't forget that I am gonna be here again on Thursday afternoon, and then Mick will be joining me again next Tuesday.
That's the hope.
So yeah. Hopefully. Thank you for following, Shizu. I really appreciate that. Let me hit the raid command. Raid this person.
God, I'm messing this up.
Is it gonna work?
How am I messing this up?
Is it gonna
There we
work?
go.
It's gonna work. Way! Okay, with that, don't forget to wishlist and follow if you haven't already done on Steam. The game is coming out in 9 days. Yeah, very excited. Very excited. Any final words from you, Mick?
No, thank you so much. This was really fun. You're great, and I can't wait for the game to come out. Can't wait for everyone to have fun with it. Thank you for sticking around today. That was really cool.
Yeah, really awesome hanging out with everybody. Let's go over on Raid. I think they're in a different language, but let's just say hello and drop them a follow and give them some support. And we will catch you all, or I will catch you all on Thursday. See you soon, guys. Bye.